best in town. Everybody knows I'm the best in town. It doesn't bother me what you do. You can bring a whole crew plus you. I will stand my ground. I'm the best in town. Everybody knows I'm the best in town.
The Milo Experience.
Well, here we are once again, me and you, just me and you, me and you, and you and me. Yeah, that's my name. My name is Yeah. What's happening, people? What is happening, people, today? What is going on out there in this whole wide world right now that we are living in? It's me. My name is Milo, that's who I am, and you are listening to the Milo Podcast. Bing bong, bing bong. Episode number 31, people. Wow. Wowzers. Wowee. Yippee doo da. Dee day. La dee da. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. The things are just amazing, man, and they just keep on getting more and more amazing. Like the grace is so amazing, and my eyes are just like bedazzled. I'll be just in such a stupor. I'm just so dumbfounded. I can't believe how far we have come. We have come too far. It's too far. At some stage, someone's going to come along and try and convince us to turn around and go back, but don't do it. Don't do it. Don't turn around. Don't go back to where we came from, man. It's too late for those places behind us and all the people that were there. It's too late for them. Leave them behind. They're finito, finished. Leave them in the dust where they belong, man. They're nothing but a distant memory because we are so far away. We are up above and beyond the bed and the breakfast. You know what I'm saying, people? You know what I'm saying? Yes, thank you so much for listening to episode number 31 of the Milo Podcast. Bing bong. We are here right now, you, me, and 2:45. What does that mean? What does that mean? I'll tell you what it means, man. It means that ever since I dropped that last episode number 30 of the Milo Podcast, word on the street, man, everyone's calling me the content king now. Everyone knows that I'm just so regal when it comes to the content, man. I'm got like heavily adorned in jewels and crowns, and I'll be sitting upon the big old throne of content. Shout outs to all the other low lives out there trying to get to my level on TikTok or on their podcast on Spotify or whatever, Instagram influencers. They're all nothing compared to the Milo Podcast. We have come so far. We are the content kings. That's what everyone knows about us. If I'll be walking down the street and people just pointing at me going, that's the content king, there he is right there. People can't believe it when they see me in the flesh, but it's the truth, and it's the truth, and they have to believe, and if they don't believe, I don't even care. I'm not going to try to convince them of anything, man. It's not my job, it's not my position. I've already been there and done that. I've done the hard work, and if they're not paying attention, then it's not up to me to begin the ascension. I'll just put them in detention without apprehension. But if go on Twitter and turn on the mentions in another dimension, because I'm the content king now. Thanks to the last episode, people were just blown away by it. People was just couldn't stop talking about it. I broke the internet. The internet was broken, and I'm here to repair it with episode number 31 right here, right now. Yeah, a lot of people said it was very bold. It was a hugely experimental and bold step for me to just read out and recite the menu at McDonald's. But you know, I think this is the kind of content that the world is clearly in need of, and there is such a high demand for it. Like, I'm not the content king for no reason, man. I put out one episode about fast food menus and see what happens. I'm just sitting on top of the world right now, man. The world is my oyster. It's in the palm of my hand, dude. It's just like a grain of sand inside of my sand pit, which has got 10 million other billion grains of sand in there, because sand is small and the pit is big, bruh. And the pit goes down, dude. It's like an everlasting pit, a never-ending pit. It's like a pit of doom that just goes down, down, down into a black hole of content where only the most bold and brave people like me, Milo, will ever care to go and scoop for content. But it doesn't all stop there, man. You might be thinking, oh, now that this guy is the king of content and everyone knows that he's the king and he's conquered the entire world, he's conquered mass media, he's conquered music, he's conquered video games, he's conquered the news and like television, radio. He's smashed the podcasting records on Spotify. No one can hold a candle to this guy. No one can tell him what to do. No one can tell me what to do. I know that's what you're thinking right now. You're sitting there on the other side of my microphone, listening to me through speakers, being broadcast through the internet, like just magic, right? It says, where does this content even come from? Well, it comes from my brain, man. It wouldn't even exist as it weren't for me, man. All right? So I'm here with the crazy brain just generating this awesome fucking ideas, keeping the minds of the people out there well-fed, well-nourished, with all of the crazy goodness that be coming out of my third eye open peepholes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But it doesn't end there. You might be thinking that now that this guy knows that he's so great, Milo, everyone knows that Milo knows that he's so great and everyone else knows that Milo is great as well, that I'm just going to be like just taking a back seat or like, you know, putting up my heels, like leaning back in my sofa and kicking my feet up on the coffee table, or reclining back in my office chair and like putting my feet up on top of the keyboard or the monitor or whatever, man. Or just like going out into the jacuzzi and taking a bunch of ketamine until I fall asleep and die, or whatever happened to Matthew Perry. That's what I'm going to do. Well, stop thinking it, because that ain't going to happen to me, man. I'm going to keep working hard and faithfully. I'm going to tinker away at this business and keep fine-tuning my engines until they're purring like so many kittens, bruh. I'm telling you, man, I'm going to refine and reproduce this shit until it's relined, and we're gonna be burning rubber like it's no one's business, bruh. Nobody's motherfucking business. So yeah, the grind don't stop. That's what I'm trying to say, man. I'm on top of my coffee. I be imbibing the Java. The caffeine is in my retina, and I be puking up all of the gelatin. That's what I'm saying, bruh. And it don't stop. The content grind don't stop, baby. You know what these influencers are like, because I am one. I'm an influencer now, and I'm the number one influencer. I got influenza. That's what I have, because I'm like a fucking germ, man. I be like a bacteria crawling in the depths of these danky, dark holes of content, wallowing down in the filth, scraping off this shit in search of a gold nugget, bruh. And that's what all the kind of feedback that I've been getting since the last episode talking about McDonald's menus. That was just a big hit. Everyone loved it. There was massive uproar of support, celebration. Some people were confused. Some asked me if I was okay or if I was trying to kill the podcast, but no. I'm just doing what needs to be done, and I'm brave enough. I've got the balls to do it. You see, a lot of people in my position, you know, they just fucking take the low road, baby. All they want to do is get comfortable. They don't want to ruffle. Get comfortable, bruh. Get comfy. Why don't you just make yourself at home? They don't want to ruffle no feathers. They don't want to stick it to the man, more importantly, man. But I be sticking it to every man I see, dude. Strong, long, and hard, motherfucker. I be sticking it to the man with a big ass stick, man. I ain't talking stick figures, bruh. I'm talking six figures, because I'm 100,000 there now, bro. 100,000 there, thanks to my podcast. And soon enough, I've got a big pipeline coming down the pathway of the air aqueduct. And soon enough, I'm going to be superseding Joe Rogan as the number one influencing podcaster man of all time. Spotify are working out the deals and the details right now. We be bowling and calling for a brand new free falling. I ain't trying to stall, man. I'm just, there's nothing. I just don't want it to be too small, because the money that they're trying to work out is going to be at least 50,000 times bigger than Joe Rogan's, and that was like 200 million, right, or some shit like that. And I need 50,000 times 200 million. At least that's a bare minimum for me to go exclusive, baby, because right now, as you all know, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Spotify, I'm out there everywhere in the whole world, man. I'm on the radio, I'm dominating every media avenue and outlet you could possibly name. TMZ, MySpace, ESPN, CNN, MSNBC, KYTV3, you know me. I'm coming through with the G's, you know. That's me, bro, that's me. So yeah, now that I'm the king of content, I'm just so happy with myself, and But I ain't switching off. I'm going to keep on the grind. I'm going to keep exposing all of the fakes out there. I'm going to keep exposing all these crazy ideas that people don't want to be exposed. I'm going to do an expose on all the things that I think that other people don't want you to know or consider. And that's really what my mission is, to make you have thoughts that you wouldn't usually have. Some are comfortable, some are, a little bit painful, and some are just downright annoying, and others are irritable. But, not every thought needs to be profound, bruh. Not every thought needs to be fucking like, oh my God, I had an epiphany. Oh my God, I'm just such a genius. I'm really enlightened. No. Not every, not every fucking thought needs to be like that. Sometimes you just got to get down to the brass tacks, nut it out, and bang the rocks together, guys. You know what I'm saying, people? You know what I'm saying. So it's full steam ahead. We'll be revving it up, that motor, and I'm going to go charge, man, on guard, touche, forward, bruh, forward. That's what it's all about here, people. It's what it is all about. The king of content will never let you down. But I'm waiting for my award though, bro. I'm waiting to be rewarded and awarded and acknowledged by the presidents of every national country on the planet. Yeah. I'm making so much sense, and that's how I want to be accredited. I want to be like fucking... What's the word? I want my credit, bro. I want my credit for all the business that I'll be doing, and all the hearts that I'll be touching, all the people's lives I'll be changing, all the minds that I'll be sending into 360 spiral, crash, nose down into the ground, fucking aeroplane destruction, hell on earth, fire and brimstone, acid rain type shit, man. But first things first, man. First, let's peel it on. Let's just peel it back. Let's peel it on back, baby. Peel it back. There we go. So we'll be drinking Pure Blonde. You already know about the Pure Blonde, don't you? You already know about the Pure Blonde. You know it because I know it. And if I know it, then you know it, because I can't keep a secret. Everything that I think is being telepathically transmitted to you through the Wi-Fi waves that you listen to this podcast on. I suppose it's not telepathic. It's like more like Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi-pathic. It's like Wi-Fi-pathic. That's what it is. It's Wi-Fi-pathic. Man, it's just something so great about being out in nature, isn't there? Just, returning to nature. Getting outside of the four-wall confines of your fucking bedroom or whatever. It doesn't matter what room you're in. It's it's likely to have 4 walls unless it's got... it could have more walls than 4. I can imagine one of those rooms where, imagine a rectangle, right? But one of the corners is got a square cut out of it, and that would give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 walls. Yeah, because you're adding an extra 2 walls. If you cut away one of the corners of a square, and I don't mean to make a triangle. Imagine if you cut, say you got a square that's 20 centimeters on each side, right? And you go to one of the corners of that square, and you go in 5 centimeters on each side, right? From the corner, 5 centimeters in from the corner on each side. And then you drew a line so that you made a 5x5 little square there in the corner, and you cut it out. That would introduce 2 new lines cutting into the negative space, right? Of the wall, of the room. So that would make your regularly 4-sided room or 4-walled room into 6. And imagine if you did that for each corner, then I don't know, you'd probably just use pillars or something, but I can just imagine that if they were walls, then you would have more walls. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But fuck all that, because this is about getting out of the walls, outside of the house, outside of the abode, outside of the dwelling, man, outside of the shelter, and going out and touching grass, baby. Because natural nature is just too good to be ignored, and it's just so great to be out there. Don't you just love to be out in the sun and the rain and the wind and the cold? Isn't that great? I just love getting sunburnt, and I love getting rained on and hailed on my, golf ball size hail on my brain, just smashing my lights out, giving me dumb retarded diseases. Bringing my IQ all the way down, making me freezing cold as the golf ball sized fucking hail just turns me into a goddamn ice block snowman, abominable Iceman trying to lurch around the corner at any fucking busty woman I see, It's what I be doing when I get real cold. And then you got the wind that's just like blowing a gale out there all the fucking time, especially if you're from Broken Hill. Shout outs to the people in Broken Hill, but it's a wasteland out there, man. It's just nothing but sand, dirt, dust, radiation, lead. That's why everyone out there is a delinquent and fucking retarded, and no one can get a job, and everyone is stupid as hell. Plus there's a lot of fat people out there. They got dumb alcohol lead brain. Got so much alcohol in their fucking, like, all the pregnant women be drinking alcohol, getting alcohol fetal fucking dumb baby syndrome. Then they be pooping out these shitty ass crap humans that are never gonna fucking contribute to society. They got water on their brain and fucking alcohol in their blood when they're born. And then they go and play in the fucking sandpit outside and eat a bunch of fucking lead, and that just makes their brain just dumber than it already is. And they're never gonna do anything, man, except just be retarded as hell and probably steal from people, deal drugs, and fucking be, emotionally stunted and violent and, never properly mature and, like, just be shit. That's what it's like if you're in Broken Hill, but that's nature, baby. That's just nature. That's natural stuff, man. Lead is a naturally occurring mineral, and you can't get away from the sun outside, man, unless you go under a tree or some shit. But, like, out in the desert, bro, that's nature. There ain't no trees, man. You just gotta, like, sort of curl up beneath a sand dune or some shit when the sun is barely on the horizon. So you've already been burnt from head to toe out there anyway, like, for the bulk of the day. The main part of the day, you're just standing out there getting burnt to a fucking piece of jerky, bruh, or charcoal or whatever the fuck, man. But that's why I love nature. It's just great to reconnect, man. It's just great to get away, and it's good to disconnect from society and reconnect with Gaia, baby, because I don't want to be just like having my brain scrubbed and washed and fucking malnourished by the daily news all the fucking time. The daily news cycle doesn't matter where you are. There's some type of news like, oh, you must behave, you must do this, or something happened, blah blah blah, some stupid ass crap that I don't care about happened somewhere on earth, and then, like, never ever concerns you. The news never concerns you. It's always about other people. Do you ever wonder if they just make it all up because it's such bullshit that never has anything to do with you? Only, like, in a vague, like, sort of abstract sense, like, oh, we're raising taxes, and or some teachers or some train drivers need to blah 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 blah. It's like, I'm not a teacher, I'm not a train driver. Do they even fucking exist? None of my friends are teachers, and, like, who cares, baby? Who cares? That's why you want to get out of the society and into nature and reconnect with lions and kangaroos and echidnas and emus, platypus, tigers, elephants, monkeys, llamas, sheep, cow, dog, cat, bird, fish, crocodile, alligator, snake, lizard, owl, eagle, finch, parrot, lorikeet. All those animals, you want to reconnect with those, and don't forget the insects, ants, spiders, bees, wasps, and beetles, dung beetle, and fucking, all that shit, bruh. It's all about going out there and just getting down amongst it, wiping your ass with a leaf, baby, or going and living inside of a cave for 5 or 6 days or some shit just to reconnect and just to disconnect with society and reconnect with nature, man. Turn your brain off of the fucking 5G signals that's been plugged into or getting, like, transmitted into it every fucking moment of every waking fucking or sleeping or not sleeping. You getting 5G in your brain, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's go outside and hug a tree day is what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you right now. Go outside and reconnect with nature, because nature is so great. You can pat a panther, and I don't know, you can skin a bear and put it down in your fucking, pretend you've got carpet, so then the government won't come after you. See what I did there? That was a throwback to 2 episodes ago. I got a good memory, don't I? Do you remember that one? No. You probably don't remember it because you don't remember back that far. You got no memory, like you got a dumb memory of a goldfish because you listen to this show and you've rotted your brain listening to my fucking dumb podcast and listening to my stupid voice all the time, man. So yeah, in short, don't do that anymore. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It ain't worth it. Just don't do it. I'm coming through with a brand new bullet. Don't take my finger, 'cause I need it to pull that trigger, baby. Oh, baby, you're driving me crazy.
all I consume. Haven't got a lot of life left in me, and I know it's all gonna end soon. Only things I need to be complete: 1,000 beers and a big sack of weed. A cute little bitch to suck cock on the side, and she better have a kid or 5. Last bitch left and she said she loved me. Guess she wants to find another cock or something, so I just cracked another stubby, followed by a titty, followed by a stubby. The doctors say I have a nerve disease. Sometimes my face will burn, sometimes it will freeze. My heart wakes me up in the dead of night, pumping too fast like it's gonna explode. The doctors say that they don't know, but this was never seen before I got the vaccine. I had a lot of things that I just disagree. No common ground, I'm contrary. I can't help my inhuman nature. You did nothing wrong, but I still fucking hate ya.
Welcome to the Milo Experience.
No, this one might be a little bit too. This topic might be a little bit too sensitive and a little bit too localized. So if you got a lot of trigger warnings inside of your brain that get set off when you hear things that you don't agree with or some shit like that, if you got a dumb little brain and stupid little mind full of PTSD that you can't get rid of or handle anymore, then I urge you to turn the podcast off now. Duh. And if you live outside of Australia, then you might not get this. But I'm telling you, man, we got a biscuit company here. It's called Arnotts Biscuits, and it's a beloved company, I think, man. It's a beloved company. I think every kid grew up eating Arnotts Biscuits, dude. You got like the assorted creams or the family assorted bundle of fucking biscuits, which come with like there's the cream biscuits like the vanilla creams, the Monte Carlos, the orange creams, the Delta creams. That's like a it's like a chocolate cookie with white. It's like a fake Oreo, Delta cream, isn't it? Isn't that what a Delta cream is? And you got the really nice ones that got like chocolate cream inside. But they're like a golden crumbly crumb biscuit thing. And it's only small, about the size of an Australian 20-cent piece, I guess. And it's like a golden honey, like golden brown crumbly little crumb, and it's got chocolate inside, and that one's pretty nice. And what other creams is there? So there's like vanilla, like I'm just gonna go over the list real quick. Vanilla cream, Delta cream, Monte Carlo. They're big fat baby with a pink cream layer on the outside. It's like weird. Their cream is so strange, man. It's like inside the Monte Carlo, which is the big one, they got white cream, but like the white cream has this strange layer of pink on the outside. It's so crazy, man. It's like the most... If you ever stop to think about it, like, you'll realize how crazy it is, man. You've been living this lie this whole time, just thinking that it's so normal, but it's absolutely bizarre. Yeah. Anyway, that's Arnotts, right? And everyone grew up eating Arnotts because everyone loves Arnotts, and Arnotts is awesome. Arnotts is the best food for you. And but they got this range of biscuits that everyone in Australia knows and loves. You guys got to have, like, no matter where you're coming from, you must have some kind of equivalent on your store shelves out there, man. I'm telling you, because this is like a basic thing that every human grows up having, unless you live in like a fucking tribal land in Africa or some shithole in the Middle East or something like that, right? Getting blown up by bombs and stuff. Then you probably don't have time for biscuits. But yeah, Arnotts biscuits here, they sell Shapes. That's a line of biscuits. Crackers, they're crackers. Arnotts sell a line of crackers called Shapes, and they're baked, not fried. Baked, not fried. They're sort of like shaken, not stirred, but it's the cracker version, you know what I mean? And I'm not talking white people. However, I got a bone to pick, man. I got a bone, like, the whole Shapes ideology, man, is like you get a box of them, and inside of the box is a bunch of crackers, and they all Shapes, right? So each flavor is a different shape. And I know what you're thinking. I can already know what you are thinking. I can already do that, because when I say Shapes, you start thinking about shapes, right? Duh. And it starts from the most basic one, the one-sided shape, a circle. Huh? Yeah, like the mother of all shapes, the circle. And then you've got like a square, duh, that's basic. A triangle. And then, like, you know, obviously rectangles, and then pentagon, and then hexagon, and it just keeps on going from there with more gons are gons, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Right? But here's the problem, dude. Like, they're the most basic shapes in the world. You're learning about them ever since you were a kid. But look, I'm just going to come out and say it. There's not enough shapes in the Shapes box, man, in the line of biscuits, in the line of crackers. There's not enough shapes in the Arnotts Shapes. And also, I think they unevenly distributed the shapes. I'm going to explain. They're disrespecting shapeocracy. They're disrespecting the shape hierarchy, dude. Because, yeah, first of all, there's no circle shapes, man. Like, you think that they'd just be able to, like, make a little Ritz, or God knows, anything like a Jats, whatever. Like, you think they'd be able to make a round cracker, but they can't. They can't scientifically do it. They don't have the technology, clearly, because they haven't done it. There's no circle shape, man. So, like, the primal number one shape of all time, with one side, the shape where we all begin, the circle, duh, like a single cell organism, is like the mother of all shapes, is not included. It's not in any one of the boxes. The closest thing I have is like a cloud. They've got like this cloudy cloud design, and it's chicken flavored. It's called the chicken crimpy, right? And it's tasty, but it's not a circle. It's like a cloud. It's like a squashed sunflower or something. I don't know. It's like a squashed dandelion. I don't know what it is. It's like a football. Yeah, it's a football with pimples all over it. That's what shape it is. That's my favorite. Well, you remember learning about that in school, right? Yeah. You learned about all the hard shapes like circle, but you started off with the football with pimples on it. Duh. No, that's my point. So, okay. And then they don't have no squares either, man. They got no squares. They got rectangles. Don't get me wrong. They got rectangles. So everyone's favorite shape is the barbecue shape. It sells the most. It's the most craziest shape that, like, you know, everyone, it just flies off the shelves. Everyone loves barbecue shapes in a green box, right? And it's a hexagon. And then the next most popular, most famous shape in the world is pizza, the purple box. And guess what? They're a hexagon, duh. So suddenly it's starting to seem like it shouldn't be called shapes, and they should just call it shape, right? And then after that, you've got the chicken crimpy is up there. Like, it's pretty popular, but it's like barely a shape at all, man. It's got too many. It's very abstract shape. It's like a speech bubble with it's like a speech bubble with warts. And I don't even know what to call it. And then you got cheddar. Okay, so cheddar is nice rectangle. It's just some serious rectangle business, but there's no squares. Now, here's where it gets crazy, right? You'd think they'd at least have a triangle or a circle in there somewhere, but they got like the savory flavor. Now, get this, savory, I'm pretty sure it's got like some diamonds in it. They're not squares, but they're diamonds. And it also has like some other weird version of a hexagon. It has triangles in there too. But how can they disrespect the triangle like that, man? Don't you think that the triangle is like a formative shape? Like it's one of the pillars of the shapedom, you know? It starts with circle, and then there is no such thing as a two-sided shape. So the next thing you can go up to is a three-sided shape. It's just a triangle, man. Right? But no. Triangle gets relegated down to the savory mix, the savory shapes box, the box that probably sells the least of any of the fucking shapes that you can get, or the ones that you can't get. This one sells the shapes you can or can't get. This one sells the least. I'm sure of it. Yeah, so just triangles. You get a couple triangles in there mixed in with some like fucking weird roundy hexagon things and fucking God knows what else. And then there's ham and cheese shape, or is it cheese and ham and bacon? Oh fuck, I don't know what it is. Ham fucking shapes. Those are weird too. They're not even like a real shape. They're some kind of fake shape that we never even learned about in school. They're like a kind of shape that's like I don't even know how to describe it, man. And as a matter of fact, hang on, let me try and Google this shape. Yeah, what shape is this, man? Ham and cheese. They're like rounded squares, man. It's weird. It's not a really existing shape. It's nothing that you would have ever seen. You won't see it in nature, and you'll never draw one either. So you see my point? So shapes might have some brutal, like awesome flavors that everyone knows and loves, and they might be like the most iconic name of all time, Shapes. You know, it's just so good. Everyone knows, like, it's just the most fucking, just appeals to every, like, man, woman, and child that's at their most base level, like, fucking instinct. The id, man, Shapes, right down to the id, dude. But they disrespecting the shape hierarchy. There's not enough fucking different types of shapes in there. They got too many hexagons. And yeah, it just grinds my gears, man. I don't know why they get to claim the title of greatest shapes manufacturer of all time when they really need to get their shit together. First of all, we need some circle shapes, not mixed in with other shapes. We need some triangle shapes on their own, not mixed in with other shapes. And we need some goddamn solid squares out there, dude. Some squares. Like, get back to basics. I'm tired of all these crazy-ass woke shapes that they're making, man. They're doing the most wokest shapes these days. I'm in love with the shape of you. I guess that's just the shape of things to come, though. Am I right? Oh, yeah. What about this? Do you ever hate the laws of physics, man? You ever just hate them? Like, you blame them for all your problems? That's what I do all the time. Because, like, you know, I hate it. The laws of physics, I hate them. Because, like, I'll be, like, walking around, minding my own business, doing whatever the fuck, right? And then suddenly, like, my shirt gets snagged on, like, a pixel of reality. I hate reality sometimes too, but that's another topic of another podcast. But like, yeah, the laws of physics are dumb, man. Like, just like, sometimes it just seems like they work against you in like unrealistic ways or some shit. I don't know how to describe it, but like, it's just unfair a lot of the time. Do you ever think that the laws of physics are unfair? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even really want to go too in depth with what I'm trying to like say. I just feel like that if you know what I'm saying right now, then you already understand. Like, if you're listening to me say these words and this idea has crossed your mind, hey, I hate the laws of physics. If you ever know, like, you ever had that thought, then you know what I mean, right? Yeah, we're seeing eye to eye right now. We're sharing our thoughts, fucking like we're having a moment right here. But yeah, like, I just feel like some things, like sometimes things get stuck together, or like things are too close together, or like, I don't know, like I'm getting snagged on something, or like something gets caught somewhere and it doesn't seem like it really should. It just doesn't seem realistic, man. It doesn't really seem like the kind of thing that would happen. It seems almost like a programming error, or like, you know, not even that. Like, okay, I understand that the laws of physics are constant and like they don't be plotting against me or anything like that. I get it, but like, you know, you just can't help but harbor these feelings sometimes, especially when you feel like persecuted by the laws, bruh. I'm talking about, like, you know, just sometimes when you like, I don't know, just some vague ideas, like, you know, your shirt gets caught on something, you try to pull something out of something else and it just gets caught unreasonably, or like you drop something and it bounces in some insane trajectory and is never seen again, or it takes you like 4 hours to find it, or just like the most annoying, like fucking brain shittingly things that you can fucking think of, really niggling things that you hate, I just can't help but think sometimes that I really hate the laws of physics, dude. And like, that's the thought that crosses my mind. I'm just like, fuck, I hate physics sometimes. Like, what's up with these laws of physics right now, dude? Maybe you're trying to stack pillows and like they should be just really easily to stack, but they just keep slipping and sliding out from each other. Or like, you know, you're trying to put something through a hole, like maybe a letter, an envelope, and it just doesn't seem to fit. Or like, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying, dude. You know what I'm saying. Come on. If I gave you a nudge and a wink and I say, come on, man, you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean, people. Everyone knows what I mean when I say it. Don't pretend that you don't know. Don't make me come over there and like, you know, rip your brain out and try and squirt it with something kind of perfume that reawakens the senses and gets your mind boggling. Don't do that. You don't want me to do that. So just go along with it, bro. Go along with the laws of physics hatred right now because I be a physicist. I'm a physicist. That means I'm like racist against physics, dude. I don't be fucking with the physics, man. Unless they be fucking with me first, dude. You know what I'm saying? What if the laws of physics aren't as really as like constant as we are told that they are? What if they change? That would be. I mean, like I've mentioned that kind of thing before. I reckon Rupert Sheldrake might be onto something, dude. I feel like there's some type of what's it called? Like what's that fucking? There used to be some kind of theory, like machine theory, code theory. What's it called? Chaos theory. Like chaos theory, is that what it's called? There used to be like, I swear that was a thing that people used to talk about, is like chaos theory. Is that, am I right? What if there's like some chaos in the like the way that you personally interact with the laws of physics, and like, you know, depending on your disposition and like the senses that you're like, how your senses are operating at the time, like the sight, the sound, the hearing, the seeing, the smelling, the tasting, the touching, the feeling. Imagine if like, you know, sometimes they're operating in different wavelengths or whatever, or you're at different levels of consciousness, and so like you interact with the world, you interface with the world a little differently, and it's only when you're alone, and when no one else is around to observe what's happening, that you be like, you know, zip zapping and trip trapping down to the lightning museum to see what, you know, kind of shock you can get. That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. No, but like when you're alone and you're in the zone, the twilight zone, it just feels like things get weird, baby. Things get weird, and they're only going to get weirder the longer that we keep ignoring this shit and not doing nothing about it. Maybe it's something to do with the Mandela effect. Maybe it's something to do with alternate interdimensional beings from the UAPs. Maybe there's too many UAPs coming into our reality from the dimension across the way, and they're slowly tearing apart the fabric. And when you're alone in your little zone at home, then you get Crohn's, and then you got to go outside on the loam and put a number in your phone. Anyway, I think that just about does it right here, right now. I think that's about enough. That's a little bit, a lot enough. A little bit enough, a lot enough. It's all the same. It's enough, baby. It's enough. We're done. We're done. Done and dusted, dude. Zip, zero, zilch. Done, dusted, gone. So yeah, that's episode number 31 of the Milo Podcast. I want to thank you so much for listening to me right now. Right now. You are listening to me right now. If you're listening on YouTube, you know what to do, Tube. You need to subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button. Hey, dude, we're on 106 subscribers, man. Shout-outs to Ben. If you see Ben in the YouTube comments, go give him a thumbs up. Give Ben a thumbs up in the YouTube comments because he be keeping track of that subscriber count. Yeah, Ben pointed out in the YouTube comments earlier that we're up to 104 subs. But since then, I think we've gone up to 106 already. Is that right? I don't know. Probably I feel like I'm jinxing myself by mentioning this out loud now, and some people are just going to go and unsubscribe from the channel just because. Yeah, we'll go do that then, bucko. You go do that. So yeah, thanks to the subscribers. Thanks for listening on YouTube. Leave a comment saying, hey, Milo, or bing bong, and I will reply to your comment. Or leave a comment saying anything, man. Whatever the fuck, bruh. And if you're listening on Spotify, then you need to like the podcast. Apparently you can like the episode, follow the podcast, like the episode, and share it with a friend or some shit. I don't know, man. Just, you know what I'm saying, man. I'm just doing the thing that I have to do right now. I'm trying to recruit. I'm trying to onboard. I'm trying to upsell. I'm like doing some multi-level marketing type shit. Right here, baby, right here. So yeah, thank you so much for listening to episode 31 of the Milo Podcast. Bing bong, bing bong. And I will see you in the next episode. Peace.
Snip the fingertips with the pliers, got the sharpest bars of my razor wire, shooting rapid fire, man, listen.